So today I'm worried. Saw in the news that there is a cyclone forming in this Caribbean Ocean in the south, but we have we have had very rainy days, and we are on the look. You can say on the look, or you can say alert, or on the look, como en alarma, de ver si en los siguientes días se forma un ciclón o algo más, ¿no? We are really scared because, scientists couldn't predict what would happen in Acapulco. No one knew about it, right? De hecho, una de sus compañeras vive en Acapulco, right? So she hasn't been able to connect since then. So we are worried because it could happen at any moment. No sabemos. Nos puede decir, no, está lejos, es solo un ciclón, no pasa nada. But we don't know if this could change into a cyclone and something that could affect in a more serious way. So we're just on the look. We are pending of anything. But okay, let's start. So today was cloudy, rainy. They call it a way, they call this like drizzle. Drizzle, que sería como una lluvia, que es, how to say, bueno, es llovizna. Okay, drizzle, llovizna. So it's like a light rain. So some things is like this, that kind of sucks, Sometimes you have a drizzle the whole day, entonces no puedes salir, pero a la vez no llueve del todo y a la vez no refresca porque no llueve de verdad. Y you cannot go anywhere, no puedes salir tampoco. I mean, you can, but you cannot have fun in the beach, So we had drizzle. I would like to know how was the weather where you live. ¿Cómo está el clima ahí donde ustedes viven? Me gustaría preguntarles. Si recuerden, la pregunta que utilizamos es what's the weather like? Is the question, what's the weather like? ¿Cómo está el clima? What's the weather like? Okay, so I would like to ask you, I already told you, but you can use the verb to be depending, right? For example, you can say, today was rainy. Was raining. ¿Por qué utilizamos el pasado? Porque, bueno, comillas noche, entonces decimos como que a lo largo del día, right? Today was rainy. But you can also say today, you can say we had rain, tuvimos lluvia. Or you can use a verb. Today, it was raining. So check the two options that I sent you on the chat. The first one, rainy, it's an adjective. That's what's an adjective is something that describes a noun. So today was rainy. Hoy estuvo lluvioso. Today we had rain. What is rain? A noun. Rain es así un sustantivo. Por eso utilizamos have. Raining. Raining is a verb in gerund form. So you say, hoy estuvo lloviendo. So you can use any of these. Today was rainy. Today we had rain. Today it was raining. Not always. For example, cloudy. Vamos a decir, today was cloudy. Hoy estuvo nublada. Aquí no hay un verbo. Pero sí podemos decir today, there, or you can say we had, or there were, we had a lot of clouds. Muchas nubes, no? We could say a lot of clouds. The same with sunny. You can say today was sunny, or today we had a lot of sun. Okay. También se puede decir there is, que significa hay. There was, hubo. There was a lot of sun. Today we had a lot of sun. So I would like to ask in your case, how was in the city? So tell me the city, the town where you live. Comenten la ciudad en la que viven o la región y díganos cómo estuvo el clima. Remember, the question is, Es what's the weather like, ¿cómo está el clima? Pero vamos a ponerlo en pasado. What was the weather like? ¿Cómo estuvo el clima? What was the weather like? Okay. So I would like to ask first, Maite, can you please tell me what was the weather like where you live?
I live in Ciudad del Carmen, Campeche.
Mhm.
Today was sunny.
Oh, good. Maite, is Campeche a hot city usually?
Yes.
Okay, very well. I've heard good things about Campeche. Is it a good city to live? Do you like Campeche? Ah, no, Ciudad del Carmen is not the capital, right?
No.
Oh, but it's impressive because it's like I don't know how to explain, but there's this bridge on the sea, right? Está como este puente en el mar, ¿no?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember we were driving here. I love it. Uh-huh. Yeah, so here's Ciudad del Carmen. Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Do you like it?
Yes.
Okay, so today was
Today
rainy.
was yes.
Okay. Drizzle or heavy rain? Drizzle
Heavy
is
rain.
llovizna. Very well. Heavy rain, lluvia fuerte.
Heavy rain. Yes.
Okay, very well. Yeah, sometimes people confuse you because they are both cities are called Carmen, right? Uh, I live in Playa del Carmen, but they're both called Carmen. And some people confuse. Some people think I live here. Don't they confuse? ¿No confunden a veces contigo? ¿No dicen, no confunden que vives en Playa del Carmen?
En algunas ocasiones. Sometimes.
Yes, sometimes. All right, very well. How about you, Gabriel? Where do you live and what was the weather like where you live?
I live in Culiacán, Sinaloa, and the weather was like
Mhm.
nothing.
Okay,
Just it was sunny
sunny.
and
Okay.
nothing,
Is Culiacán
nothing,
hot?
nothing interesting. Nothing,
Okay.
nothing.
Usually, is it hot or cold?
Usually, it's like the hell.
Mhm.
I'm preferring that it's very, 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 very hot.
Very hot. Okay. Dry? Dry, seco. Is it dry or humid? I don't know if you know this.
Lo siguiente será en español porque no sería, y es que sería entre seco y húmedo.
Okay. Well, I don't know, semi-arid or semi-humid, maybe.
Semi-arid,
Okay.
semi-arid and semi-humid at the same time.
Wow. Okay, very well. Interesting, very interesting. My grandma, my mom's family, la familia de mi mamá es de un pueblito muy pequeño que se llama Tamazula de Victoria, here in Durango. So they're close to Culiacán, but this is only mountains, like this is in the very mountainous region in La Sierra. Yeah, but very, very dry, desertic. Okay. Do you like your town? Gabriel, ¿te gusta tu ciudad? Do you like your town?
Yeah.
Yes?
I like here like 9 years of my life.
Okay. Very well. Awesome. So, I've never been to the north actually, but it's interesting. Very good. Okay, we have lots of students from the north, from Culiacán, I mean from Sonora, from Chihuahua. I think there's a student, Flor, you are from Tijuana? I think so, right?
Sí, Ciudad Juárez,
Okay.
Chihuahua.
Ciudad Juárez, sorry. So Flor, how is the weather? No, sorry. What was the weather like today?
I was raining a little and cool,
Cold.
frío.
Ok, vamos a explicar eso, ¿no? Cool is like fresh. No, no frío, pero fresco, podemos decir fresco. Cool.
Cool, está haciendo mucho frío.
Does it ever snow there? ¿Alguna vez nieva? ¿Neva? Does it snow?
Yes. Every year.
Every year. Wow. What privilege.
Yes.
People in Juarez can go to United States. I don't know if they have same restrictions as of people. Is it easy for people in Juarez to go to United States? No.
I don't understand
Sorry.
question.
Can you go to the United States?
Can you call?
Or you only
Okay.
stay in Mexico? Never United States.
¿Que si neva también en Estados Unidos? ¿O cómo?
No. Sorry. No, if you ever go, si es fácil para la gente de Juárez ir a Estados Unidos.
So, when visa?
With visa. Yeah, no, I mean, every Mexican needs visa. But I would think, yo pensaría, ¿no? Que como están tan cerca, como que es más sencillo, ¿no? Debe ser más sencillo or not. Like go legally, o sea, me refiero legalmente. Is it easy?
No, es igual. Es the same with other estados.
Yeah.
Piden lo mismo.
Oh. Because I try my visa.
Pero ilegalmente con eso hay gente que conoce dónde pasar. Gente de aquí. Fácilmente.
Okay. I thought it would be difficult. Yo pensaría que es difícil porque no hay río aquí, ¿o sí? O creo que
¿En Juárez?
suben al muro, ¿no?
¿En Juárez?
Ajá. O sí hay río.
Sí, hay un río.
Bravo, ¿no?
Sí, Bravo, pero cuando abren las compuertas, dejan, cuando llueve mucho y Estados Unidos abre las compuertas, pues se deja venir todo el agua y cuando está pasando la gente, pues se ahoga.
Ay. So sorry. You have cheap gas, right? Ahí la gasolina es mucho más barata, ¿no?
¿En Juárez?
Ajá.
Yes.
Like how much?
Yes. More than in the other estados. Yes.
Yes.
¿Cuánto es el precio?
Yeah, I want to know. How much?
15 pesos.
No way. Are you serious?
No, ¿en cuánto está por allá?
24.
20 y tantos.
Yo pago 24 pesos.
20, 22, 23.
Oh.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yesterday 16.
Oh, well, but I mean, instead of putting 900 pesos to my car, I would put maybe 600. Wow. Okay. Well, it's interesting for me. Yeah, it's interesting.
La problemática que existe es que a veces está más caro en Estados Unidos y vienen los gringos a cargar, entonces se acaban la gasolina porque está barata aquí.
Those gringos are the worst.
Gringos.
Okay. Yeah, gringos. Okay. Well, that's interesting for me. Like I told you, I applied for a visa. Apliqué una visa hace 2 años porque me dieron form DS-160, el formulario de DS-160 para turismo, ¿no? Y pues la cita me la dieron para 2 años después. So, they were asking, how much do you earn? ¿Cuánto dinero ganas? ¿Estás casado? Bla, bla, bla. ¿Dónde vives? Yo vivía en Ciudad de México. Circumstances change. And now everything is different. Y dicen que debe de coincidir tu información del formulario con la entrevista. Entonces, it doesn't make sense. They give you 2 years, te dan 2 años para agendar la entrevista. Revisé y sigue igual. And, well, so I think for me, it's very difficult to travel. That's why for me it's easier to go to other continent than going to the United States, but we would love to go there. Okay. Well, so many parts, right? In Mexico, they are very, very interesting. Okay. I don't know. I will need to ask some friends and relatives that are there. Okay, very well. But yeah, that's a complicated thing. Unless you work, al menos que trabajes así en una empresa, que tenga así como vínculos con Estados Unidos, pues es más fácil, ¿no? Or they say if you have family, obviously legal family, it's staying in the United States. All right. All right, very well. So, well, we're talking about the weather. Merari, please, where do you live and what was the weather today?
Okay, I live in Pilcaya, Guerrero,
Okay.
and
Oh, I'm
the weather.
sorry. So were you affected by the hurricane? ¿Afectó
No,
huracán?
no. Es que le comentaba que es como el primer
Ah, yeah.
municipio de Guerrero, o sea, está pegadito al Estado de México.
Ah, right, somewhere here, right?
Entonces, estamos muy lejos, como a 6 horas más o menos.
Ah, yeah, I see. Okay.
And the weather, it was sunny and very hot. Today
Very-
is very, very hot.
Yes. How many degrees Celsius?
Lo checo.
It's
Mm,
30 degrees.
La máxima hoy fueron 21.
Oh, okay.
No es cierto, la máxima hoy fueron 27 y la mínima 21.
27, 21. Okay,
Sí.
good. Do you like the place where you live? Talking about the weather?
Yes, of course. Realmente, bueno, voy a hablar en español. Vivo aquí porque aquí trabajo.
Mhm.
O sea, donde yo vivo originalmente es muy frío. Entonces,
Ah,
al inicio vivir aquí, pues sí me costó porque yo estaba acostumbrada como, pues a venir de donde hacía frío, donde en diciembre, pues soplas y sale un mito.
yeah.
O sea, de lo frío que es, ¿no? Y aquí, pues
Yeah.
todo el tiempo hace pues bastante calor. O sea, nada comparado el frío de diciembre de aquí con el de donde yo vivo.
And
Entonces,
where are you
pues sí
from?
me gusta. Villa Victoria se llama, es
Uh-huh.
del Estado de México,
Ah,
como pegadito a Valle de Bravo.
Valle de Bravo is beautiful.
Yes, very beautiful. Villa no, pero bueno, este, y pues sí, o sea, me gustó más el clima de aquí porque a mí el frío, pues sí me afecta, como que me enfermaba muy seguido y así.
Uh-huh.
Y pues acá no, está muy a gusto.
Okay, very well. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. Very well. So thank you. You know that in the United States they use Fahrenheit degrees. That's the rest of the word they use Celsius, right? For me it's difficult. Sometimes when you ask, when you're talking to American or British, that's the same thing. These are the imperial system. Vamos a hablar un poco de eso. So talking about temperature, they use Fahrenheit, right? Fahrenheit. So there's a formula, algo así que se multiplica, luego restas 32 y obtienes la conversión. Es mejor verlo en un internet, ¿no? Directly. Yeah, but some things are, for example, we recently bought an electric oven, and the oven uses Fahrenheit. So you check some products, right? Some of them, if you buy from the United States, they will show the information in Fahrenheit. And the rest of the world, well, we use Celsius. Okay. Now, the other measurement units that they use in the imperial system, se llama el sistema imperial, imperial system, what are they? ¿Conocen algunas medidas del sistema imperial? Aparte de Fahrenheit, what else? Like, not for temperature, but in general.
Los pies, feet.
Uh-huh, yeah, feet. Feet. Usar pies, ¿no? Imagina. Vamos a medir con los pies, ¿no?
Las
Ok.
panteotas.
Yeah, aquí nos muestra Flor, like, Flor shows how it is where she lives. The
Teacher, así se pone.
horses. The horses from Frozen, right? Los
Yes.
caballos de la película Frozen. Yeah.
Así se pone de congelante aquí en Juárez.
Wow. Wow. You know, I never had this experience. I only saw this when I went to Poland, but it's amazing. I mean, it's different from the rest of Mexico. No ves eso en la gran parte del territorio de México, ¿no? Maybe, well, maybe, yeah, in some mountains you can see the snow, but as I ask many Mexicans, they don't have snow where they live, where we live. Okay, good. Okay, so we were talking about the imperial system. Yeah, they use feet. Feet instead of meters, right? Instead of meters. They use what else? Instead of centimeters, en lugar de centímetros, ¿qué utilizan en el sistema imperial?
Miles.
Very well, they use, instead of kilometers, en lugar de kilómetros, miles. Very well. What other one do you know? ¿Cuál otro?
¿Yardas no son?
Mm-hmm. Well, yards, yes, yards. Actually, how much is a mile? A mile is 1.6 kilometers. No, eso es milla, ¿no? En yard.
Meter?
Okay. Less than a meter, un poco menos que un metro, una yarda, ¿no? And a mile is like 1 meter and a half. Una milla es como un kilómetro, 600 metros, casi, bueno, como kilómetro y medio, I think, to make it easier for calculations, like in mine. Okay, very well. Excellent. What other ones? For example, instead of centimeters, they use inches, que es otra parte del cuerpo. Bueno, pulgadas, right? The inches. Instead of liters, en lugar de litros.
¿Gallons?
Gallons. Yes, very well. Sorry, gallons. Yes. Gallons. Very well. Okay, and so on. So that's the imperial system. Let me show you a video. Hold on. Okay, I want to show you the next video. It's sometimes complicated for the rest of the world, but you know, it's difficult for them to change it too. Like there are machines, you know, this is not only a daily thing, like it involves the machines that they use in the factories. Imagine that there's a factory in the United States. So factories already used and have used imperial system all the time. Entonces, imagínense una máquina que, por ejemplo, construye autos, ¿no? Entonces, en una planta en Estados Unidos, toda la maquinaria se maneja con esa unidad de medida, right? And there are actually mistakes like when you want to change or imagine changing all that machinery to metric system, cambiar todo eso al sistema métrico. Entonces, por eso es complicado, ¿no? Porque esa es la pregunta, ¿por qué no cambian su sistema, ¿no? Si solo son, there are two countries and the rest of the world you use metric system, why don't you change your system? But yeah, they said that it will be very much more complicated. So they don't do it. Okay, just give me one more minute. If not, we continue with class. Okay, I think I found it. Think I can find it now, but I will show it to you later. Okay, so we continue asking. Fernanda, what was the weather like there where you live? What was the weather like?
I live in Puebla. I
Okay.
was entre
Between?
cloudy and sunny.
Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent. So do you like the weather where you live? Do you like it? Or
Normalmente está soleado.
okay, usually it's sunny.
Ajá. Usually
Okay,
sunny.
very well. I think I forgot to tell you, right, about the difference between weather and climate. Both of you use translator, it means clima. So weather and climate, they are apparently two synonyms, but they're used differently. We use weather when we talk about the weather during that day, that specific day. For example, here where I live, it's usually the climate is sunny, but today the weather was rainy. So you use weather to talk about today and specific days. And you use climate to talk about what the weather is like generally. Esa sería la diferencia entre weather y climate. Weather, cómo estuvo el clima hoy o cómo es por regla general. Perdón, weather is today and specific days. For example, last week or during this week. And climate is generally, for example, like usually you could think about Sonora. How is Sonora usually? Well, it's the dry weather. The climate is dry. Porque es algo que es de forma general. Try to think, for example, about Alaska. So Alaska, the climate, that means generally it's cold, right? Maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe it's there is a sunny day. Yeah, but that's an exception. Entonces vamos a utilizar weather para hablar de cómo está el clima hoy y los demás días de la semana. Y climate, cómo es en general, en la zona donde vives. Okay, so I'm asking about the weather today, but I will ask you also what was the climate where you live. Oscar, how about you? What was the weather like today?
Well, I live in the state of Mexico, in Ojo de Agua,
Mm-hmm.
and today was cloudy. But yesterday we had a storm, big storm, a lot of rain.
Okay,
But
good.
today is sometimes came the sun out.
Okay, good.
But
Do you like the weather where you live?
no, it's hot. The climate here
Climate.
climate
Mhm.
is hot. It's hot and windy.
Okay.
But
All right.
generally, well, at the few days we have a lot of rain.
Do you like the rain?
Yeah, but not that kind of rain that I don't know, like London,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Like did you say drizzly?
Yeah,
I
always
like
carry
that.
your umbrella.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But
Okay.
no, I don't like the hot days. I don't like to sweat, and I prefer to be ¿cómo se dice? Cubierto, tapado, cover.
I prefer to be, you can say, covered in clothes.
Yeah, than to be sudado, sweaty,
Than being sweaty.
sweaty. Yeah, I prefer.
Okay, very well. Yeah, me too. Like sometimes I don't know, I'm weird because sometimes when it rains, it makes me happy. Sometimes people, when they see the rain, they're like, oh no, and then they feel depressed. No, I feel happy when it rains. I
Yeah,
don't
actually, me too. And actually, I remember when I was a kid, I prefer play football in the rain than in a sunny day.
really.
Yeah, I think even my skills were better in rain than a sunny day.
Wow. Wow, so you're a rainy person.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Good. Well, I see you guys they finally found the reel. We will play it here. I will show it to you. That's a recommendation that I give you. Try to follow if you're going to be in social media, try to check things in English. Follow people that speak English. I follow this girl because she's Eastern European person, just like my wife, and I like to see differences in culture. Okay, this is one thing, and this is how all the world thinks. Esto así es como todo el mundo piensa, de lo que van a ver ahorita en este reel, en este video. Eso es lo que todo el mundo piensa cuando escucha a un americano o un británico utilizar el sistema imperial. I think, right? I think so. Okay. So I'm going to, well, you can check it later too, but we'll play it here.
Modeling agencies to make sure that you are at least in height 1 meter and 73 centimeters.
Van a notar que su acento, pues, es así como del Eastern Europe. I think she's Russian, no estoy seguro si es rusa o por ahí, por esos rumbos. Guess. Let's go. Where's the audio?
At least in height.
Okay, 1 second.
To enter our modeling agencies to make sure that you are at least.
So she's talking to another woman. And she's talking to another woman, and she's saying, and she's like having an interview with her to enter the model agency, una agencia de modelaje. Le dice, debe de tener una altura mínima. She's going to say.
In height, 1 meter and 73.
1 meter, 73
centimeters. Oh, great, I'm 5'8".
5'8". The other girl says, I'm 5'8".
What, you're 5 meters tall? No, I'm 5 feet and 8 inches.
5 feet, 8 inches.
Oh, okay, darling, listen, I do not care how many feet fit into your height, okay? We don't have this kind of fetish over here.
Yeah, well, in America, we use feet to measure.
Okay, and if you want to use head, donkey, potato, tomato to measure your height, do that in your country. Over here, we use metric system, okay? So why don't you go back, calculate, figure out how many meters are in your feet, and then come and tell me.
Yeah, okay. I think that's the most famous reel she has on her account. But yeah, that's what we feel. I feel lost when they say, there's miles. So they say, how many miles? Or they say like I have to take my calculator and check that. So that's like, you know, me check. I need to measure my feet. Mido mi pie. Y ya con eso mido los pies. Well, there's actually one measurement. I don't remember if it was the foot of the king. Fue la medida del pie de o sea, sí fue una medida real del pie de un rey hace mucho tiempo, de un rey, y esa medida, ese no es de cualquier pie, obviamente, es del pie de ese rey que ya murió. So they use it like for these things, but yeah, it's confusing. It's confusing if you think about it. All right. And actually, I think meters, what are we? Okay. Yeah, the meter, I think el metro es una medida exacta, no me acuerdo que es como que exacto de que se mide según lo que mide el ecuador o lo que mide la Tierra de forma transversal, podríamos decir. Entonces creo que hay una medida exacta y no sé, pero y de ahí se saca el sistema métrico, but, you know, and it's actually preferred in science, en ciencia y así, se prefiere el sistema métrico en forma internacional. That's why it's called Metric International System. An imperial system, yeah, it's a little bit, you know, complicated. Okay, so I would like to know about Moni. Where do you live and what was the weather like where you live?
I live in Tecamac. It's Mexico City. Bueno, es que es Estado de México, pero.
Yeah, but it's close, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Perfect. So, what's the climate usually like in where you live? Usually, like all the year.
Oh, the climate is crazy, but in the morning it's cold when I go to my work, but in the afternoon it's hot, very hot. And in the night, it's cold. So.
Okay, very well. So do you prefer hot or cold?
Oh, cold. I
Cold.
love the cold.
Okay, very well. Good. I think sometimes I like it. But, you know, so I don't know, cold can make me anxious sometimes, but I think depends on the people, right? Okay, very well. Thank you. How about Daniela? Can you please tell us about the place where you live? And what was the weather like today?
I live in Querétaro. Sunny. Regularmente hace calor y era cloudy y hoy estaba como nublado.
Okay. So, how do you like it where you live? You like it? The climate? Is it good?
The cloudy. No, the sunny.
Sunny. Okay.
Sunny.
Okay, very well. So now we continue. I don't know if I'm skipping anyone. No sé si me estoy saltando a alguien. I think we all participated. Very well. So we will continue with this. Okay, now we're going to read about the coldest place on Earth. This is Siberia. Have you ever heard about this place? ¿Han escuchado hablar acerca de este lugar? Siberia.
No, only for in movies.
Yeah. Well, this is a place in Russia. Actually, it's a region. I don't know exactly how it's defined, but Siberia is in Russia in the northeast, noreste, región noreste, I think. Well, it's in this part. You know, Russia is huge. Russia is the largest country, right? So we're talking about this region, right? This region, aquí vamos a hablar de esta ciudad that is called Yakutsk. Sorry, Yakutsk. Yeah, Yakutsk. All right. So this is the coldest place, the coldest region on Earth. They have actually records. It's so cold, just like we're going to see in some videos. You need to have your car, if you don't have a garage, you need to have your car always running. El auto siempre debe estar encendido para evitar que se descomponga, que el motor se congele. It's so cold that, well, you will see. We're going to read it. Okay, how is it like when you say, I like cold, como me gusta a mí el frío, right? Well, let's see if you will think the same. If they gave you the option to live where you live, or if you could live in this place, this very cold place. We're going to read about it, okay? So let's assign each of you to read a part. We'll try to reach as many of you as possible. Gabriel, please help us read. Vamos a empezar a leer, please, sobre este artículo. Please, the first paragraph, help us read. Yakutsk. Suena como Yakul, ¿no? Me acuerdo de Yakul.
Yakutsk or Yakutsk.
Yakutsk.
Okay, Yakutsk. The coldest town on Earth. From November to March, it's only light for 3 or 4 hours a day. The temperature is hardly ever above freezing. The average daytime temperature is -30.
Excellent.
And at night, it sometimes falls as low as -60. No,
Yes.
that's cold.
Well, very interesting expressions here, right? So it says, first, something that is very strange, because from November to March, December, January, February, March, 4 months, it's only light for 3 or 4 hours. That's what I told you about in Poland. So only 3 or 4 hours of daylight, and it's not like day, actually. It still looks dark. Aún así se ve un poco oscuro durante el día. And only during 3 or 4 hours, and the rest of it, it looks like night. Y el resto del día se ve como si fuera noche. So it's not only cold, but it's also dark, right? And because there is not a lot of daylight, it gets even colder. Okay, there are some interesting expressions here. First, you see that your partner pronounced very well this word, temperature. Él lo pronunció bien. Es una palabra un poco difícil. No vamos a pronunciar la A, so we will just say temperature. Temperature, right? That's how we will pronounce it, temperature. Okay, so the temperature is hardly ever above freezing. Hardly ever. Hardly ever is an expression that you use, like casi nunca. Hardly ever. Casi nunca está above, es por encima, above, por encima de una temperatura congelante. O sea que casi siempre es una temperatura congelante. How much? Well, the average daytime temperature is 30 minus, como pueden ver su compañero pronunció minus este símbolo, vamos a pronunciar minus, which are sub-zero temperatures, temperaturas bajo cero, sub-zero temperatures, minus 30 Celsius, and sometimes falls as low as 60, minus 60 Celsius. That's cold. Aquí está la expresión. Now that's cold. ¿Qué quiere decir eso? Cuando pones now y después la expresión, es como eso sí que es frío, ¿no? O ahí sí que hace frío. So now that's cold. Okay, just think about it, right? Your fridge is 4 degrees, approximately. Un refrigerador, temperatura ideal debe estar unos 4 grados centígrados. The freezer, I don't know, the freezer must be -0. Let me check. How cold? Depends. How cold is inside a freezer? Minus 18 Celsius, menos 18 grados en el congelador. Now, sometimes we do something when it's very hot, a veces incluso metemos, nos gusta abrir el congelador y a veces metemos ahí la cabeza cuando hace mucho frío. You know, it's kind of fun. But it's minus 18 in your fridge, in your freezer. So now minus 30 es el doble de la temperatura del congelador de su refrigerador. Minus 30 degrees. Sorry, it's a little bit more than twice. Casi es el doble, right? Más bien un poco más del... Sí. I don't know, I got confused. But minus 30 Celsius is very cold. And then as low as minus 60, you know, this temperature, right? That's cold. And what are the consequences of that? ¿Cuáles son las consecuencias de vivir en un lugar tan frío? Just look at the pictures, guys. Imagine getting dressed every morning. Imagínense vestirse todos los días. Qué tardado debe ser, ¿no? Para salir, si es que puede salir. Now imagine cleaning this snow, this thick snow from your door, from your entrance every day. Tener que siempre, todos los días, tener que quitar la nieve de la entrada del auto. Right? Must be complicated. Well, so what are the consequences of living in such a cold place?
Take a shower.
Take a shower, imagine. Right? I wouldn't like to take a shower in such conditions. And you know, actually in other countries, it's normal during winter. So many foreigners, they did something interesting for them that we shower every day. Bueno, no sé cómo sea en sus casos, pero a mí siempre me dicen, el baño es diario. Siempre me bañaba. Aun cuando era niño no me quería bañar, tenía frío, decía, métete a bañar. So I said, shower every day. But for all other countries, it's not like this. Maybe they shower 3 times a week. Quizá en otros países es normal bañarse 3 veces a la semana, 2 veces a la semana, maybe even less, right? Well, that, I don't know where is the line between being dirty. I don't know if they're dirty people, but it changes. Your habits must change. Tus hábitos definitivamente deben de cambiar cuando vives en un lugar tan frío, right? Let's read, please, Flor. Right now, vamos a leer el siguiente párrafo. Right now.
Yes. Right now, I'm reading on my computer in the library.
Library.
Library is warm inside, but outside people are wearing pants, tall, boots, hat, scarves,
Scarves.
and scarves and having coat.
Coats,
It coat,
coats, heavy
coat, heavy coat.
coats.
It often take my half an hour to get ready to leave the house. When I get home, it take me another half an hour to take off all those clothes. Teacher, it's difficult when to take shower when winter cool.
Yes.
It's very difficult. I
Yeah.
don't want take shower.
Take shower. Yeah, I think so. And not even like leaving your bed, right? Incluso el mismo hecho de salir de tu cama calientita must be difficult.
Yes, it's difficult,
Yeah.
but it's una sensación rica, el frío.
Mhm. Mhm.
Es solo acostumbrarse.
Yeah. Actually, I can very hot, but I can very well when I want to sleep. Yo cuando puedo dormir, eso para mí es insoportable. Puedo incluso soportar un poco de frío, pero no puedo soportar estar en la cama y estar sudando. No, no puedo, no duermo, no descanso. So yeah, for me, think that when it's cold, when I feel cold, cuando está el cuarto muy frío, incluso me puedo tapar, ¿no? Y da así como, no sé, yo descanso muy bien. Actually, I've never had better sleep than in my parents-in-law house. En la casa, así la casa de mis suegros, los cuartos tienen algo que son muy oscuros, o sea, se hace de noche, apagas la luz y está todo oscuro. No puedes ni siquiera poner tu mano enfrente y ver nada. It's really dark and it's very cold. Entonces hace frío. I put the blanket on myself and I sleep very well. That's how I like it. No sé, para mí, como dice Flor, para mí es muy rico como dormirse cuando hace frío y taparte con una cobija, ¿no? Que al contrario, si hace mucho calor, you know, not even with clothes, or you just sleep without the blanket or without even the bed sheet, incluso dormirse sin la sábana, ¿no? Porque a veces es mucho calor. Yeah. Well, you put the AC, but the problem is also the AC. Hay personas que les hace mal el aire acondicionado, también gasta mucha luz. A lot of problems, right? So yeah, the ideal thing is living in a place where the weather is just normal. Okay. Well, it says, tell me please, what are the things that this person wears? ¿Qué es lo que esta persona tiene que vestir diariamente para ir a la escuela? The first thing is heavy pants. What is that?
Me suena como
¿Como
un pants.
pantalones pesados?
Pantalones pesados, como puedes decir, thick, gruesos. Ajá. Tall boots. What is the meaning of tall boots?
¿Botas altas?
Yes. Hats.
Sombrero.
Yes. Or maybe you can wear this kind of hat.
O gorro.
A beanie. Es de sombrero. Bueno, sí, ese gorrito se llama, en inglés decimos beanie. Right? Maybe a beanie for covering your ears. Las orejas, la nariz y la barbilla, sientes que es lo primero que se te empieza a congelar cuando hace frío, ¿no? If you go out. So you need the beanie to cover your face. Okay, scarves. What is scarves?
Bufanda.
Bufandas. Heavy coats. Igualmente como pesados o gruesos. Coats. What is a coat?
¿Abrigos?
Abrigo. Very well. So those things. I remember, so when I was to school in Mexico City, I don't know if you ever applied this. I had my pajama pants and I left it, and then I put the uniform. Did you ever do that? ¿Alguna vez hicieron eso de dejarse la pijama, ponerse el pantalón de la pijama y después el pantalón del uniforme o de la escuela or whatever? Did you ever do that?
Yeah, I mean in primary school, but
Mhm.
reverse. I put the uniform first and then the
And then the
pajama. So
pajama.
in the morning I just take off my pajama and go to school.
Okay, well, that's a creative way. I remember I used to do that too, yeah. Sí, a veces decía, no, es que no me quiero
Don't spend your time.
despertar temprano. And that's something that I did una vez, sí, varias veces me dormía la noche con el uniforme. Y era más para despertarme y no tener que como despertarme a cambiarme. And I remember my mom got mad because I wrinkled the uniform. Y mi mamá se molestaba porque arrugaba el uniforme al dormirme con él toda la noche. But I mean, it was like, I want to be practical. I don't want to waste too much, sacrifice much of my sleeping. Okay, very well. Let's see. What are other things besides of doing that? I heard it's like, no sé, que 30 minutos es ponerse la ropa. Y eso que, bueno, aparte si te arreglas, maquillaje, lo que sea, pues bueno, más tiempo, ¿no? Y otros 30 minutos para llegar y quitarse esa ropa, right? Okay, please, let's read. I would like to ask now, okay, Sophia is gone. I was about to assign her. Okay, can we ask maybe, Oscar, please, let's read this paragraph.
Okay. Life in extreme cold is difficult. At -20 Celsius, the air freezes inside your nose. At -40 Celsius, you can't stay outdoors for more than 10 minutes or your skin freezes. At -45 Celsius, the metal on your glasses sticks to your face. I don't go out very much. People only walk short distance from one warm place to another. All activities happen indoors, from shopping to sports. Popular, I don't know.
What? A popular?
A popular local sports that lots of boys do is whistling. I don't whistle.
I don't wrestle?
I wrestle. All right. I like to jump rope, and I try to do it in 3 or 4 times a week. But jumping rope and wrestling use a lot of energy, and they keep you warm and strong. That's important when you live in sub-zero conditions.
Excellent. Okay. Very well. So look at the consequences, right? -20, the air inside your nose freezes. -40. Now, what is the meaning of the expression, the word outdoors? ¿Qué quiere decir outdoors?
¿Estar fuera de la casa?
Yes, no puede estar afuera por más de 10 minutos o se congela tu piel. Then the glasses, si tienes lentes, se te pegan a la cara a esta temperatura. And, well, so people don't walk a lot. You can imagine that doing that could mean dying, right? It's very risky. All right, very well. So people do wrestling. Other thing they do, for example, they have a diet that is full that is rich in fats, una dieta que es rica en grasas, right? Para mantenerse calientes. Something that I've realized in some of these countries is that they don't eat a lot of vegetables or fruits. It's strange, like here in Mexico, I'm used to eat a lot of vegetables. De hecho, creo que México es el país que más verduras come. Y también somos los más gorditos, pero bueno, es el país donde más verduras se comen. I think I saw it somewhere recently. And the rest of the countries, that's difficult. Imagine, where do you get vegetables? En esas condiciones, ¿dónde puedes sembrar tus frutas, tus verduras, right? And if you have to buy it, well, it's difficult. Remember that trucks have to go there. Tienen que por ahí pasar quizá algún camión para proveer esa ciudad o unas aldeas, digamos, aledañas. But people have to depend mostly on what, for example, some of them, they fish, pescar, por ejemplo, también para unas personas pescan. So a lot of fish, a lot of meat, high in fat, una dieta alta en proteína, podemos decir, y alta en grasa, pero casi no verduras. It's very difficult to get vegetables in such place.
Pero se conservan bien.
Wow, yes, that's true. Yeah, for me it's fun. Maybe you have experience. You take out the things. Muchas veces pasa, ya no quieres poner en el refrigerador o no tiene, bueno, aquí no tendría sentido tener un refrigerador quizá, ¿no? You just put your food outside, pones tu comida afuera, or maybe the fridge would do an opposite thing, que es ahí el refrigerador no sea la función enfriar, sino evitar que se congele la comida, podría ser, ¿no? I don't know, but that's what people do in cold places. They put things outside. So you want something cold, you want to keep something to eat later. Well, you can put it outside and it will stay cold. That's an interesting thing. Okay, well, then buying this now, the last paragraph. Please, Maite, can you read the last paragraph?
Yes. In the summer, Yakutsk is different city. In June and July is the season of white nights when the sky never gets dark, not even at midnight. The snow melts and the temperature rises to 30 and higher. Most people are happy to have a wet wave after 10 months of winter. Camping and barbecue are the favorite summer activities, with parties all night long. I'm thinking about summer weather a lot of these days because there are still four more months of winter. I can't wait for summer.
I didn't expect that, ¿saben? Creo que no sé si lo habré prestado atención, pero la primera vez que presto atención al detalle que llega en verano a 30 grados. O sea, no bajo cero, 30 grados calor, you know? That's an interesting thing. And that was the opposite because now you have the white nights. White nights es un fenómeno, como explica, no se oscurece, sino que siempre está todo el tiempo como si fuera de día. So imagine what crazy thing. Una parte del año, todo el tiempo es de día. La otra parte, casi todo el tiempo de noche. It must be crazy. I think that people there must get some psychological problems. I don't know. Just living in such crazy thing, you know. Well, but I think they get used to it. Okay, she's happy, you know. Aquí yo digo, el verano, ay, como odio el verano aquí. Pero esta creo que es una chica que nos relata. She says, I can't wait for summer. No puedo esperar al verano. And, well, 30 degrees, it's hot. If you go outside with 30 degrees, it feels even hotter, right? So imagine in winter, they need to wrap up like in all these clothes. And in summer, shorts, ¿no? Y en verano, que usarán shorts, playera de manga corta, right? Interesting place. Interesante, ¿no? Siberia. So you want to check more on the internet. The place is called Yakutsk. Y aquí pueden ver, hay muchos videos sobre este lugar, muchas curiosidades. Very interesting, right? Okay, guys, well, we finished for today. Tomorrow we'll see more vocabulary. And the idea is to have like more classes where we can speak, more activities about speaking. And when we need to check grammar, we do it, but we're trying to have more speaking activities. Thank you for joining. Thanks for your participation. Goodbye. Well, good night.